Hey, welcome to my second slow MTG opening for Doctor Who Commander decks by Wizards of the Coast. This one, Timey Wimey. It's Jeskai. It features Doctors 9, 10, and 11. So let's get right into it. If you haven't caught my first video, I opened the first one. I can't remember the name of it now, but it features the first 9 Doctors. BBC special here. I feel like I should... Oof. Nearly destroyed my... You know what? Let's go rip this open instead of playing with a blade. So this one, Timey Wimey, has some interesting cards. Let's see what's in the box. Boom. There we go. As I said earlier, we have something exciting. We've got the Plane Chase cards. These are something a little bit special. I dropped the die in my first one. I think at the beginning of each player's turn, they roll one of these dice, and if they go here, they move the new plane, they draw one, and it comes into play, triggers an effect. Some of it's a global effect. It says here, players have no maximum hand size. Whenever a creature you control deals damage to a player, you may draw a card, and there's this chaos symbol. If you roll chaos, chaos ensues. When chaos ensues, put a shadow counter on target creature. A creature with shadow can block or be blocked only by creatures with shadow. So they come with 10. They're all related to Doctor Who. This is the second one. You're going to Mars. And each of these things come with a few things. We've got our deck box. This one features a couple of different doctors here, which we will see shortly. I don't know much about Doctor Who's lore. Rose, I think. Am I right? I don't know. I think she was in the first Doctor Who film. That's TV series, the reboot, not the hokey 70s black and white or 60s black and white and 70s 80s second season. I'm not sure. They've done so many of these. Anyway, we've got a collector's pack. We've got these die. They're all the same. Nothing, no special variants. They have a bit of glitter in them. Got these collector's booster sample, which I'll open at the end. You can see what we get. Got one of these sheets on the deck itself, how to play it. Timey Wimey is all about manipulating the flow of time. And also it's got Plane Chase, Commander rules. At the back, it tells you a little bit about the 10th Doctor. You got Rose Tyler, a shop assistant, thrown into incredible adventures. I think she was in the first season. And a little bit about Magic the Gathering. I'm hoping this brings new fans to Magic. But I'm surprised that they did this one because I don't think Doctor Who would be that popular over in the States, but I guess it is probably enough. Well, not. Are you a fan? If you guys are fans, please shout out in the comments and let's get straight into it. And tell me what you like about Doctor Who and why. Is it because it's about time travel, acting, storylines? Here we got the 10th Doctor, and is it colors? It says Alliance. Whenever you attack, exile cards from the top of your deck until you exile a non-land card. Put 3 time counters on it. If it doesn't have suspend, gain suspend. Basically, you suspend cards and you can cast them out of suspend for free so people can see what's coming, but they're free. So Timey Wimey 7, time travel 3 times. Activate only a sorcery. Basically, time travel in this one is for each suspended card you own and each permanent you control with a time counter, and you may add or remove a time counter and then do it 2 more times. So removing counters, there got to be better ways. Got Rose, as we see here. She gets +1/+1. You know what I'm thinking? I suspect, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the first deck is for the old series, and I think when they rebooted it, didn't they have this new Doctors? And Rose was in that first season. Anyway, she gets +1/+1 for each time counter on it. When Rose Tyler attacks, put a time counter on it for each suspended card you own, and each other permanent you control with time counter. It's a Doctor's Companion. Companion, if you saw my first video, is you can have 2 commanders if the other's a Doctor. So 1 Doctor, 1 Companion. Here we go. So they kind of like partner commanders in a way. So that's how you get your Jeskai colors. Right, you got, I think these sets altogether more than 50 new cards and a bunch of reprints. You will see them shortly. We've got Alien Eye. All these are from films, all the TV series. I mean, if you know them, shout out which is your favorite card. Here they're pretty thematic. Wibbly Wobbly, Timey Wimey. You can time travel, draw a card, sorcery speed, time beetle. It's got Skulk. When it deals combat damage, time travel. So it's all about counters. Pretty synergistic. I don't think there's much else These decks are really good to be played out of the box. Sleeved, yeah, don't muck around it too much. But there's some cards that will be really nice, I think, in Eternal formats. Anyway, we got Star Whale. Reminds me of the time traveling whale in the latest Ashoka. Oh shit, spoilers, sorry if you haven't seen it. My bad. Okay, anyway, it gives you other creatures War 2, and it's got Suspend 6. It's a Flying Vigilance 8/8 whale. We've got Sibilant Soothsayer, some keywords, yada yada, wall of text. It reveals cards until you reveal a non-land card mana value 3 or greater, exile the card with time counters. Everything does. Here we got Judoon Enforcers. Lots of time counters. Psychic Paper is an equipment. You can put it on a creature, and it's got Ward 1, blah blah blah. TARDIS is in every one of these. TARDIS is this flying, time-traveling telephone box that you see in the UK. You can help you planeswalk. This Sonic Screwdriver is very nice. I mentioned it in my first video. 3 mana rock, a bit slow, but got great abilities, modal abilities. Especially the second one, you untap another target artifact. Maybe something that makes lots of mana, like a Grim Monolith and so on and so forth. You got the Arcane Signet that looks a bit like One Ring, Soul Ring, Clock Spinning, got Buyback. Buyback's mechanic that's come back here. What happens with Buyback, you can pay additional 3 as you cast this. So you cast this for 1 blue and 3, and then as you resolve it, the card goes back into your hand. So now this one, you can choose a counter, target permanent or suspended card, remove that card. Yeah, I want to see what the money cards on here. According to MTG Goldfish, which uses TCG mid, you've got Sally Sparrow at $20. Everybody Lives, which you'll see is a $30 card. Thought Vessel, Mana Rock. It's like a Reliquary Tara on an artifact, Mind Stone. A couple of talismans. Is it here looking like Doctor looking out in 3D glasses? Lightning Greaves, nice reprint. Looks like Lightning Boots more than Greaves. I got a couple of talismans. I guess this bow tie makes mana right now. Tap the bow tie, add mana. Got Evolving Wilds. One of the weaker lands, but always good to fetch lands in a way. Okay, coming into a rares. Well, these are big and hard to. Big, thick set of cards. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to get rid of the rest of these so it's easy to hold. We've got tokens, how to play, and cardboard card. And then the rest of the cards are coming back. We've got Wilfred Mott looking a bit shocked over here. Got Everybody Lives. This is one of the marquee chase cards in the set. So pretty cool ability. 1 and a white. It's an instant. All creatures gain hexproof and indestructible at the end of turn. Players gain hexproof to the end of turn. Players can't lose life this turn, and players can't lose the game or win the game this turn. This could be a game changer in CEDH. For example, players going for a win with, let's say, Thassa's Oracle. You cast Everybody Lives. They exile their library. They cast the Thassa's Oracle. And then you cast this and you go, whoops, sorry, dude. Nobody loses, nobody wins. And next turn, they deck out, they draw a card, and they have no card to draw, and they lose. All right. Everything comes to dust. That's what happens with player, Thassa's Oracle player who walks into Everybody Lives. Everything comes to dust. Exile all creatures, except those that share creature type with the creature that convoked the spell. It's got convoked. You can tap a creature for a mana to cast a spell. 4 knocks got Vanishing. Again, something with time counters on it. When it removes the last time counter comes, you sacrifice it. This enchantment lets you draw a card. So I guess 3 mana, draw 3. It's par for the course, but white, card draw in white's pretty bad, so that's good to have. So I think that's nice. Pandorica. Blah blah blah, phases stuff out. The Wedding of the River Song. Here we go. We got Matt. What's his name? I can't remember his name. The actor. One of the doctors, I think. Draw cards. Exile cards. Oh, this is cute. These are aliens. Oedipus Offering. Look at these ones. Emerge 5. So Emerge was in one of the Zendikar blocks, I think. Return to Zendikar, maybe. You may cast this spell by sacrificing a creature and paying the Emerge cost reduced by that creature's mana value. So it's a 4 mana 2/2. When ETBs create a 2/2 white alien creature, if an Emerge cost was paid, instead create X of those tokens, where X is the sacrifice creature's toughness. So Could go on a Walls deck. Who knows? Astrid Perth, it's a human. Makes food tokens. Kraken Times, got Vanishing. You can exile target creature an opponent controls until this leaves. Sort of semi, not quite permanent, temporary removal. Girl in the Fireplace. Enchantments are a big, pretty creepy art right there. Creates tokens. Martha Jones, it's Human Cleric. We got Nanogene Conversion, also creepy card. Look at that. People in gas masks. Right, back to Nanogene Conversion. This is nice. Choose target creature, control each other creature, becomes a copy of the creature until end turn, except it isn't legendary. Nice way to make lots of miracles, I guess. Flesh Duplicate. Oh my god, look at that art. I wouldn't want to be facing this shapeshifter. You can copy any creature on the battlefield, upset the Vanishing 3. I guess it's fine if you copy a dockside. It's good enough. You just get the creature tokens. 11th Hour, here we go. Search. There are lots of tutors in this set for doctors, so tutors are always good. If you have a doctor deck, you want some tutors to find them, put them in your hand, and then make tokens. All of History, all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Time Travel, Storm, for 4 mana. Got Donna Noble is a human. Soul Bond is back, not the most elegant mechanic, but Soul Bond is a mechanic. So when it comes to the battlefield, you pair this creature with another unpaired creature. For example, Rose Tyler. And then when either enters the battlefield, they remain paired for as long as you control both of them. When Donna or the creature is paired, is dealt damage. Donna deals that much damage to target opponent. And then you can, it's got Doctor's Companion. Quite a lot of cards in this set trying to mimic the show, for example, and they let you partner with the Doctor. So Amy Pond can partner with the Doctor. You can partner with Rory Williams. This is cool. When this creature ETBs, target player may put Rory into the hand from the library and shuffle. Also a tutor if you're doing partner with them. Aesthetic Beauties is a nice one. I'm sure it's from the episode. A little bit of a Van Gogh type thing going on. Try to see what I see. We're so lucky. We're still alive to see this beautiful world. Suspend cards. RMS Titanic, a flying ship. It's a vehicle. 7/1 trample. It's kind of almost like a ball lightning in a way. You can second make tokens. I love these model cards. These split cards. You can choose either or sorcery or it's Coward Killer. Deals damage. Things can't block. Parting of the Ways. Bad Wolf. I think here's an interesting one. These is usually Wizards has a point not to print English copy on text on the cards because obviously they make Magic in other languages as well, but I think they made an exception for Doctor Who for some of the decks. There are two cards I think with English text, this being one of them. If you know what Bad Wolf means, tell me. So we get to the Doctors. Here we got the 9th Doctor. He's coming out of the TARDIS. Haste 2/4 into the TARDIS. He's actually coming out of it. Or he's asking people to go in, I guess. Whenever the 9th Doctor becomes untapped during an untapped tap, you get an additional upkeep step. Double upkeeps. Wow, crazy. First, that's a new mechanic, double upkeeps. Sally Sparrow, I think this is one of the pricier cards. Nice one. It's Azorius. You may cast creatures as though as they had flash. Whenever one or more creatures you control leave the battlefield, investigate. This triggers only one each turn. Seems fine. I don't know why it's $20. Jenny, generated anomaly. She looks crazy. Time Lord Soldier. Explorer is back as well. New mechanics, old mechanics, all good. Got Rory Williams. He looks like a samurai here. He's slicing and dicing stuff. Human Soldier. He can partner with Amy. We saw Amy a bit earlier. We've got 11th Doctor here with his arms wide open. I am talking. Whenever the 11th Doctor deals combat damage to a player, you may exile a card from your hand with a number of time counters on it equal to its mana value. Deep breath. If it doesn't have suspend, again suspend. 2 target creature power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. So decent. War Doctor. Here we have another Doctor. Whenever one or more opponents phase out, or whenever one or more cards are put in exile from anywhere, put a time counter on this fella. Whenever War Doctor attacks, deals damage equal to the number of time counters on it to any target of the creature. Dealt damage this way, dies this turn, exile it instead. Wow, that is a lot of text. Got Red Vanishing 12. This must be one of the ones with the most vanishing counters on it. Anyway, we've got Idris, Soul of the TARDIS. The Face of Bo is an alien advisor that can be a commander as well. Tap, you may cast a spell Suspend from your hand. If you do, pay its Suspend cost rather than its mana cost. Activate only a sorcery. Run for your life. Make stuff get haste. It can't be blocked. Day of the Doctor. Blah blah blah. Wow. Choose up to 3. Anyway, lots of text on that. Gallifrey Falls no more. This one I think is also a pretty pricey card. It deals 4 damage to each creature on the left side and Gallifrey Falls side. If creature dealt damage this way, exile it, and any number of target creatures control face out. This is really good. Lets you protect your creatures, and Fuse as well. Fuse is not commonly seen on some of these split cards, so Fuse lets you cast one of both halves from your hand, whereas with the other split cards you choose one or the other. So this is cool. If you have enough mana, you can cast both, phase your creatures out and blow out the board. Early game, you could just phase all your creatures out to protect them. Nice, really cool. I can understand why it's popular and worth a little bit. Your dinos, a Triceratops on a spaceship. It's dino pumping anthem. I guess it's kind of cool. Ready for Exilon. Got Kate Stewart, a human scientist. Could be a commander as well. Make tokens. Got your artifacts with time counters. That's also a mana rock. We've got rotating fireplace. Got the moment. The moment. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a time counter on the moment. 2, untap target creature control. It phases out until the moment leaves a battlefield. And 3, tap. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value less than or equal number of time counters at the moment. Sacrifice it. Midnight Clock, Grasp of Fate, these are reprints. Farewell is a nice reprint, a bit of a commander staple. Got lots of mortal abilities, and Exile is always good. Gets around indestructibility, and it targets most of the key things: artifact, creatures, enchantment, graveyards. Only thing doesn't really hit lands. Planeswalker, I think wizards are avoiding land destruction. At least it's kind of annoying, right? Here we go. Out of Time. Untap all creatures. Creatures phase out. Blah blah blah. It's got vanishing on it. Wedding Ring, nice little reprint. I think this had only one printing in possibly a commander deck in Crimson Bow, I want to say, when someone got married. Was it Soren? Can't remember. Anyway, Wedding Vow is an artifact that does stuff. Here's that was pretty crappy. Wedding Ring, sorry, not Wedding Vow. There's another card. Anyway, it if it's cast, target opponent creates a token as a copy of it. When an opponent controls an artifact named Wedding Ring draws a card during your turn, you draw a card. So a way for you to draw cards when other players also draw cards. Whenever an opponent controls an artifact named Wedding Ring gains life, you gain that much life. Pretty cool. Inspiring Refrain, you got Squid People, looks like Mind Flayers from out, a little bit like Mind Flayers now, out of Baldur's Gate. Draw 2 cards and exile it. You got Suspend, you got As Foretold. This is a nice one. Good reprint. I think it was in Commander Masters, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad it's back. Fractured Identity. Then we get to the lands. As I mentioned in my previous video, the land base has improved a lot of stronger. Temples, I can live without temples, but they're fine. Prefer ETB untapped lands instead of temples. But these are nice. You know, they're conditional, but you know, you hit the right condition, they come in a play untapped. This one's cycling, so it's good. Deserted Beach from the Crimson Bow, cycle. Glacial Fortress, some of these were in the first deck that I showed you. Thespian Stage reprinted again. Fury Calm Snarl. War Room is a nice one. In monocolored commanders, this is really good to draw cards. In tricolored commander, it's pretty painful. 3 pay life equal number of colors in your commander's color identity, you draw a card. If it's monocolored, you 3 mana, draw a card. Pretty good. Anyway, War Room. I love these Canopy lands. Sunbaked Canyon is a staple in Modern Burn and a few other decks. So it's really nice to bring these Canopy lands back. They saw them in Modern Horizons. I saw a Search Foil version of this. Really nice. Anyway, we got Sundown Pass. Also good reprint. Stormcarved Coast. One of the better, I don't know what they call this, checklands. They're not really checklands. Sorry, it's, I don't know. Anyway, they're great on turn 3 onwards. So in Commander, because you generally have so many more cards, most likely it'll be a Volcanic Island when it enters the battlefield. Anyway, Fiery Islet. This is a nice canopy. Crack land, command tower, path of ancestry, lots of TARDISes. Temple of the False Gods. They're still printing this, huh? Soul Land, Conditional Soul Land. We got Mirrored Landscape, Ramp, Thriving Bluff, your Jumpstart lands. Typical Tri-land. This is nice. This is worth a little bit. Price is obviously crazy right now for the decks because they haven't been officially launched. When they launched, the prices come down. I think the 40k decks were a couple of $100 each on value, but now they're now between $70 and $90 worth of card value if you break them down. So these are currently, I think Timey Wimey value is like $400 without the, if you don't even include these ones. These could be worth about $10 a piece. I mean, not a single card, but a pack. So you got the Cemetery. It's cool because you can 5-tap, exile it, target creature, owner shuffles it into their library. So if people are trying to deck you out and you've got, and you need another turn, I guess you could shuffle this back and then, you know, you'd be fine. Got Rogue's Passage, makes stuff unblockable, and then you got a couple basics. Not too many basics, 3, 6, and 9. So I'm glad that they didn't jam too many basics because you kind of lose a lot of value when they give you a whole bunch of basic lands in there. So that's annoying, right? Okay, I've come to the end of the Timey Wimey deck. It's all about getting value, as with blue, trying to draw lots of cards, casting stuff, and trying to cheat stuff into play, blah, 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 gain value. All right, we've come to the end. Before I leave this second of 4 videos, I am going to open this collector's booster. How am I doing this without damaging the cards? So these are mini versions of collector booster packs, which has, I want to say 12 or 15 cards, but first hit's free, as they say. It could be anything, one of the mini cards, generally one rare at least. So we've got the first card. They might or might not be foil. We've got uncommon. Here we go, Dalek Squadron. This is what I got earlier, actually. Valeyard and the 4th Doctor. So the next card is a rare Time Reaper. I think this is from the Masters of Evil deck. So I've got 2 Masters of Evil, extended art, Time Reaper. Flying Haste, consume anomaly. Whenever Time Reaper deals combat damage to the player, put target face up card they own and exile on the bottom of the library. If you do, gain 3 life. And there we go. Okay, thank you for joining me for this opening. I really appreciate it. If you like my content, like and subscribe, share it with your friends. It's been great, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.